Okay guys, week 1 down. This is your last exercise of the first week of the Armstrong Challenge. So if you've done them all to this point, congratulations, you have won the week. So don't forget to tag me in your post for your wins this week. Now I'm gonna go over the 3 new exercises that I have added to your plan this week, starting with the Arnold presses. Okay, so all of these exercises I'm about to show you, you can do seated or standing. I prefer standing if you're starting out, just because it's good for your core, your stability. It just kind of helps enhance that a little bit. So for the Arnold presses, you're going to use dumbbells, or if you're using bands, I can show you how to do that in just a second. But start with dumbbells. If you're standing, bend your knees slightly to release your lower back. And then what you're going to do is push the weights up and over your head, like so. And you're going to twist on the way down. So it's almost like you're making half circles as you go up and come down. Your palms will be facing backwards when you start, and you're gonna stop right under your chin. And then by the end, they're gonna be facing forward. So the first few times you do this movement, it's gonna feel awkward, but keep on going, and eventually you'll get it, and you'll see exactly how it's supposed to feel. You should be feeling this in your shoulder caps. So I would recommend when you get to the top, squeeze, and then control it on the way down, power it up, squeeze, control it on the way down. And you can be as dramatic as you want to with this movement. I find it helpful actually. So you can make them big circles come up, big circles around. So just get really comfortable with that. If you're using a strap, depending on how much flexibility you have in it, you might be able to do both hands, but you might not. But just as we've been doing before, you might have to take it single arm. So you'd start here. You might want to put your elbow in front of the strap so it doesn't get in the way. And you're just going to come over like this. Just remember to go under your chin and back up for a squeeze. So all you're going to do is recreate that same movement. Okay, give those a try. Remember, stay in the burn. Once it starts burning, just do about 5 or 6 more. And I'm talking about painful burning, like you're in the work, you're breathing hard. Go ahead and crank out about 5 more. And then for our next bicep curl variation, we're going to be doing hammer curls. And these are really important because they're going to work the brachialis, which is the muscle right here. It goes up between your bicep and tricep a little bit and ties in through your elbow. So a couple reasons why this is important. One, you might have heard of tennis elbow. This happens a lot of times when our muscles start to grow and get stronger before our tendons can really catch up. You might notice a lot of pain right here. Some of you might have dealt with that, maybe some of you haven't, I hope not. But this is gonna help strengthen that muscle so that doesn't happen so easily. And then the other reason is gonna be that it gives you a better shape through here. So if you're standing straight on, once you grow this a little bit, you'll be able to see more shape on your arm right here, which is what we're all going for, right? Okay, so for the hammer curl, you're gonna have your palms facing your body. You're gonna grip your weights like such. And then you're just gonna keep your palms facing your body the whole time. And this is what you're gonna do. Squeeze at the top, control it on the way down, and then repeat. And I just wanna remind you all, you don't wanna start swinging like this. Just think about keeping those elbows really still and just moving your forearms. You can really lock in. And then you guys probably know this by now, but I'll show you just in case if you use a band. There might also be a machine at your gym, if you're going to a gym, that's a hammer curl machine. Those are cool. So same thing, just like here. And just note that you really want to go to failure. So even if you hit the recommended rep range on your plan, remember, we want to keep going if you can because you want to get as strong as you can. That's what's going to grow these muscles. So just keep that in mind. And then our last one is the overhead tricep extension. I'm just going to hit right here. For this one, I recommend using 1 dumbbell that's a little heavier than what you used for your curls. So you can use 2, it's going to be a lot of stability involved. So that's why I recommend using 1. And it'll look like this. Again, you can do it seated or standing. Keep your elbows in the same place and space. So you don't want them to be rocking like this. And then think about pushing the top of the weight to the ceiling. Squeeze, come back down for a stretch, pause, go back up, squeeze, come back down for a stretch. And so what I mean by push the top of the weight to the ceiling is this part. If you think about pushing that through the roof, that's really going to give you a good contraction in your triceps. So right here. Some people prefer to do it like this and change the grip up. So you can do it either way, see what's comfortable for you. I prefer this way. And then you might have to do it single arm with your straps. So you might have to come here like this, and that's gonna do the exact same thing. So figure out what's gonna work for you, have fun with these exercises, and go to failure. Let's go, week 1 down.